my precious people on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing great. I am. This is actually the first longer video on the channel in 2025. And it is about Chanel, Bleu De Chanel, the EDP version. And actually, guys, the only bottle I own these days from the Bleu De Chanel line is actually the Parfum version. You know, I sold the EDT and EDP version. The rest of them I got because I've been wearing them so many times and so much the last couple of years. So this is actually the only version I own these days. But I do have samples. And in the black travel sampler right here, I got a 2016 batch of the Bleu De Chanel EDP version. And in the blue travel sampler, I got a 2024 batch. Every time I do these comparison videos, which actually started this channel, every time I do them, I'll always try to see if I can find the first batch, the first original batch, and then the newest, so I could compare them to each other. If I can't find that, I go to the next best thing. And in this case, I was able to find, a 2016 batch, so I can compare it to a newer 2024 batch. And this video is actually a requested video. A subscriber asked me a couple of months ago if I want to do this video, a comparison video about the EDP version of Bleu De Chanel, and here it is. My to-do list are getting longer and longer, and that's why, guys, it can take some time these days before I'm out with the particular requested video, so to speak. And I do have this older 2016 batch, so I can compare it to the newer 2024 batch. And of course, I know that the old 2016 batch have matured for some years now. But I think it's pretty fair to compare with this 2024 batch because it has been open for some months now. And I know that it's different when we are talking about, do a fragrance get better and more potent with time when you have sprayed the first spray from a fragrance, and sometimes it get better and more potent. Other times it lose its potency, so to speak, with time. They all do. It's just a matter of time, Sweeter fragrances get more potent when we're talking the first year or two, but then it can go the other way, some years after, where fresher fragrances often are best from the beginning. And then it goes down because the top notes are not that strong, so they are getting weaker, at least faster than fragrances with sweeter notes. But guys, my point is that it's fair to compare these two batches to each other, because this one is not a brand new opened batch. I've not opened this batch yesterday, so it is fair to compare. Bleu De Chanel EDP is a 2015 release. And for people who are not that familiar with the fragrance, then it opens up with a lot of citruses. We got some mint, spiciness, and woods. I know that incense are listed, but I'm not getting that very much in this particular fragrance. But it is a very beautiful, well blended designer fragrance, so to speak. And like always, I will put both of these batch numbers in the end of this video. Then you have them, guys, like I used to do. Then you have them. Anyway, I am pretty familiar with both of these batches right here. I've had them for the last couple of weeks. I've been wearing them for some time here and there the last couple of weeks. And the last couple of days, I've been wearing this older 2016 batch. And then today and tomorrow, I will be wearing this newer 2024 batch, just to refresh my memory, to give you guys the best comparison as possible. Anyway, I hope that you are enjoying your day. And then I see you for about 48 hours, guys. Have a great day, YouTube. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to this second part of this Bleu De Chanel Edp comparison video. As you know, the last couple of weeks, actually all in all, I have been comparing a 2016 batch to a newer 2024 batch. And were there any differences in these two batches compared to each other? Yes, guys, there were differences actually. When we're talking about the scent itself, then in the older 2016 batch right here, it was a little more deep and sweeter, so to speak. It was more harsh when we are talking about the ambrox scent, I think. Actually, it was more like the parfum version of Bleu De Chanel. So when I compared the scent and what I found out of comparing the scent and my thoughts of it, then it is, like I said, it were a little sweeter, where the newer batch, of course, were a little lighter. So that could be an indicator of that the newer batches of the EDP version has been watered down. And as far as the performance goes, then if we take the older 2016 batch, then it has a great sillage and it has a great projection for the first 2 to 3 hours before it settles closer to the skin, but you will still get wafts of it and people will still get it on you a couple of hours further. Longevity all in all is for about 9 to 10 hours. And that was the older 2016 batch. If we are talking about the newer 2024 batch, then it has a great sillage. And it has a great projection for the first 1 to 2 hours before it settles closer to the skin. But then again, you will still get wafts of it here and there. Longevity all in all is between 6 to 8 hours. So what I say earlier on in this second part of the video, comparison video right here, then it might indicate that the newer batches has been watered down a little bit. That's the differences in these two batches after my experiences and after I have been testing them. It could, as I told earlier on, indicate that it has been watered down a little bit, you know, the newer batches, but it can also as well be that the older batch has matured for years, you know, so it can be both actually. So that is my conclusion. I have not been digging deeper into it to see if there were removed some ingredient or replaced some ingredients. But you can do that, guys, if you want to, of course. There was a lot of changes back in 2020 or 21 when we are talking IFRA, restrictions, rules and stuff like that. There has been change back then that changed a lot in the fragrance community and in the fragrances itself in terms of the scent itself and the performance. Anyway, guys, you can go in and check out if there were any changes in the ingredients and stuff like that by yourself. So in this particular case, in this video, either it has been watered down or it is because the older batch has matured for a long time. So that was my comparison video of Bleu De Chanel Edp, and you can always ask questions in the comment section down below, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you are enjoying your life with your family, friends, and loved ones. And until I see you again, guys, enjoy life even more. See ya.